All right, hello and welcome. So this is just some random video I wanted to do. I guess yeah, it's that's titled it's channel update, so I kind of just wanted to explain it more in person. Um, Obviously just with what's going on with the channel going forward. Um, yeah, self-promoting myself here with my custom championship, but so essentially, what I wanted to get down to was just kind of explaining where my channel is kind of headed this year and where I'm planning to do it, as well as what I have planned, obviously. So, first things out of the way, obviously, I want to do more for this YouTube channel, and what I mean by that is obviously for those who watch my videos often, they will know that I kind of just don't upload the best, at least the best way I can like think of. So generally my videos are just I record myself playing a game or something, clip the start and end part and just upload it. One thing that's noticeable especially is my wrestling series I've made, Strife Wrestling, where each match is legit just putting two bots against each other or more bots against each other, clipping the start, clipping the end part, and just uploading it. And it's pretty much the same with videos too. I generally just record a video of myself playing something and just upload it. I want to do that a little less, as in for the wrestling videos, I'm trying not to be so lazy. And for normal videos, I'm trying not to just blindly upload them because a lot of them, especially, are just like me playing games, but there's a lot of scenes in between where there's like no talking or nothing going on or just it's boring. So I'm trying to do that a little less. And one way I'm doing that is by utilizing this near $2,000 laptop that I've bought a couple months ago. And so far have really mainly used it for watching streaming services half the time and the other half the time just not knowing what to do with it. Obviously, I want to do more with it because the whole idea of getting this laptop was to play games that I couldn't get on consoles or just to broaden it a bit more. And obviously, recording, streaming, and editing, quote unquote, is what I want to do more of. So obviously, that's what I plan to do. I uploaded the video, it'll be before this one, and it's essentially my first kind of rushed, but kind of showing how I'm trying to edit down stuff to be not silence and boring. And then, of course, having an outro, which obviously it's just the start, but that's exactly the kind of thing I'm trying to delve into. Um, so you're gonna probably see a lot more videos like that where it's just gonna be probably edited. So there's gonna be cuts in between videos you'll notice, and then of course the outro. Another thing I'm planning to do is stream more because I generally used to stream whenever I wanted to do a game series because in my opinion it's sorry, it's easier to stream a game than it is to, record parts of it and upload it. Like, in my opinion, I can stream a game and generally finish it in between 2 5 streams, depending on the game length. Whereas uploading, no one wants to watch an hour-long video of upload, videos like that. So, of course, people shorten it, but again, like, there'd be too many of them, which I'm not saying that's an issue, but I prefer to stream, which is why I have done for a lot of game series. Unfortunately, some I have slept on, and some I have just outright stopped. Um, so I want to not only get back into streaming, but I want to stream not only more, but to finish off a lot of the streams I've left behind. So examples are Zombie Army 4 was a game that I had spent money on the DLCs for, did most of them, and I've kind of left it. Another example is Borderlands 3, which I thought would be a nice game that would take a while to stream. same thing, just kind of ignored it, stopped playing it. So obviously, yes, stream more as well as continue slash start with other stuff. So again, that's just delving into the streaming part of it. And then obviously just in general, like streaming more. Like I'm hoping to schedule that as far as videos go, it's still random because like I may upload multiple times a week. I might upload very little to none, but streaming, I'm trying to push to do at least once a week. I do studies at the start of the week. Sometimes, depending on the week, I do my own personal shopping. And then, most of the days I have are free. So obviously, I want to plan to do more in those days. So streaming is something I definitely want to not only get back into, but I want to start doing more. Um, Another thing I plan to do this year is I have a channel that I'm collabing in with my brother and my friend called Bros Do Stuffs, which I will put in the description of this video. But essentially, it's just a way for all three of us to kind of play games together and do stuff together because it started as I was going to make a channel for me and my brother called Bros Play Stuff because we're brothers and sometimes we like to play video games together. We added a friend of mine, so obviously we can start playing more together, but we kind of, again, just stopped. That was kind of before COVID, so COVID kind of, stopped things and then we just didn't bother with it. But that channel is something that we are planning to do more on and we want to do more on because nowadays I personally don't really have that many people I play with. A lot of the people I used to play and do videos with, I have stopped talking to or generally just moved off from. And personally, for myself, I'm not really doing that much. So being able to do something with people is something I want to do more of. And what better way to start than with a channel that me and my friend and my brother created that we had done nothing on? We do have plans. We have said we do want to plan to do more on it. And again, if you've watched recent videos, it's just my brother and friend because I've just kind of done my own thing, but we are going to start doing more and I'm going to do more inside it. So yeah, that's one thing to bring up. Um, Another thing, personal stuff. So for myself, I want to do more than just video games. So I generally have a creative mind and I want to do a lot of stuff like, skits and videos and series and stuff. So I have started a few videos which I wanted to delve into a skit like cringe skit sort of area of videos to do. But again, slept on them, ignored them, and generally a lot of them now I look back at and I don't know how to continue on with them. So n- not only do I want to put more into my channel, like proper edited videos, streams, I want to do more IRL stuff slash stuff. So I used to do a lot of unboxings. In fact, for the past like couple years, 2 years almost, that's all I did pretty often. And that's because back then I had a stable income and I enjoyed buying stuff and being able to unbox it. I can't do that so much nowadays. Income is pretty much nowhere. And I'm kind of paying bills and stuff more than I am on anything myself. So rarely you'll see a few videos that of me unboxing, but generally I haven't done that many. And obviously I want to do more of. So again, that kind of filters into the field of doing more IRL stuff slash different stuff to my channel that's not video games. So I'm trying to consider doing stuff like that a little more. Um, Trying to think right now, like all the stuff I've said before is all the stuff that I knew what I was going to say and I was going to mention. Right now, I'm just trying to think to myself because obviously, yeah, as I said, more proper edited videos, streaming more stuff other than gaming, more collabing with my other channels slash in general, I would love to do videos with people more because it's fun playing with people. And especially nowadays where I don't have the people I used to play with all the time. it it sucks. So I don't want to do shit on my own all the time. Another thing I plan to do, I suppose, also adding into myself, is I want to delve into stuff like top 10 videos or top 5 videos or reviews or reactions and stuff. Like, obviously, I'm not going to go around reacting to stuff that I shouldn't or stuff that's going to copyright me. Because generally, if I get a video that's copyrighted and I can't edit it, I generally just delete the video entirely. And there's a lot of videos on my channel I've done that too. Some, of course, if it's a sound issue, I'll edit the sound out, and YouTube, for the most part, does allow that to happen. Sometimes they do it pretty bad, but it is what it is. But that's something I do want to do too a little more. Because it's just more to do, especially. I feel like I've got so much time to be able to do stuff for my YouTube and that, but I just don't do it. Lately, especially, my sleep pattern has been pretty bad. I've been like, awake all night and morning and then asleep most of the day and afternoon, and it's not healthy. It's not something I want to do, but I'm trying to fix it. Like right now, I'm trying to keep myself awake to a reasonable time, hoping that it kicks me into the groove again. So, um, but yeah, yeah, at the moment, that's kind of all in the top of my head I can think of that again, most of it, of course, I plan to, but as of right now, I just trying to think, and I probably should have planned more. One thing that just it hit me in the eye. There is something I want to introduce, and I figured I might as well do it now. Okay, so just bear with me for 2 seconds, okay? Okay. So, without further ado, I'm going to announce something. This may be something to help with my channel going forward and stuff. Got my little title back there, so you don't worry, it's there. Um, but I figured I might as well do it here. Like, I don't, again, this is probably something that's not going to be as huge or it's going to change things. If anything, this probably won't change much. But just in case, if it does set things off and it does start something, obviously, you've seen me unbox it if you've seen the video. Um, Otherwise, here we go. I'm just going to do it. So, I'm here to introduce for my channel. This is something I put in my wrestling series. I put it in as a gimmick. I'm thinking of changing it because obviously I have this here, but here we go. So I'm introducing to my channel and the universe that surrounds my channel, including other channels I collab with, people near me, stuff like that. But here we go. I'm finally going to introduce and set in motion my internet championship. Now, the way I say that is as follows. This championship is something that is going to be defended. Now, obviously, I bought it, I've unboxed it, I customized it myself. Um, so I unfairly will give myself this championship and call myself the inaugural internet championship or internet champion. Now, that's unfair, obviously. I could have just put a thing up for it, but I'm just going to do it here because this cost me a lot and start from somewhere, but I'll explain it. So, the Internet Championship is a title that I created for the purpose of introducing a way to add competitiveness to video games and stuff around me. So, for those of you who watch WWE, specifically the YouTube channel Up, Up, Down, Down, they have a title on there where, if I remember correctly, the idea of it is you essentially have someone who has the title. Two people have to compete in a video game or be challenged in a video game or something like that. And obviously the winner gets the title. Now, I probably haven't explained it well, but I'm going to explain how it works on my channel, okay? So on there, you can see that there are 4 plates. Apart from the main plate, we have the Steam, Xbox logo, YouTube, logo and PlayStation logo. Now, the idea is this title can be defended on any platform so long as both parties have access to it. The YouTube logo obviously representing the fact that it'll be shown and put up on YouTube. But the idea is there will be a third debt. So the rules are as follows, obviously. You have to be fair about everything. I don't want sourness, toxicness, and stuff like that. So the way I see it, if you lose a title, it's not the end of the world. If you gained a title, you don't need to be a jackass about it. Like, this is meant to be a fun thing, not something that causes issues and rifts. But obviously, the rules are someone is challenged, i.e., someone challenges me for this. A third party has to give a game and a challenge for it. That third party cannot be inclusive to any of either person. So that person cannot choose a game knowing one person is going to be superior to the other. They can't choose a game that they know one will be better at. They can't choose a challenge they know one will be better at. They can't choose a hard challenge. Stuff like that, like the person can't be against one person. He has to be against both. So, example, someone could challenge me for this. The third party involved could say, both play a Call of Duty Zombies game. Whoever survives the highest round is the winner. And then obviously, yeah, whoever wins gets the championship. If both parties tie or it can't be decided, then it just becomes obsolete. However, obviously, that person has the right to challenge that person again. Obviously. Um, if you lose this title, you're entitled to a rematch. However, the rematch is with the same game. You can't just go and pick a new game. So the idea is you win the title back the same way you lost it. Another thing too, I kind of want to incorporate is obviously this wasn't, despite how cheap it looks to most people and how flat it is, this was an expensive belt to me. I, you know, it cost a lot. It was nicely done and edited. It's great material. So the way I see it, if anyone wins the championship, I have no issue with them taking the title and taking it with them and making videos with it. The problem I have, and it obviously is something I consider punishable, is if any damage or any, stuff like happens with the title that isn't fixable, then obviously I feel like because you've been given the word of taking care of it, there should be some payback. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, give me back exact change of how much this cost, but I'm not saying as well that you have to give me money. But in my opinion, if you break it, you kind of need to take ownership of it. It's just the way I think is fair. Another thing too is the way I see it. If you want the title, sure, but obviously it's a title I'm trying to take care of and keep an eye on. So the way I see it, if you're going to sit there and tell me, hey, can I, I win the title, can I take it? Go ahead. If I ask for you to bring it back for a reason, or if if the person who won it isn't being fair with it or isn't being okay with it, obviously I would, feel like you should respect the fact that you should give it back or do something with it when I ask for it. Like, I don't mind if you just keep it sitting there, but I want it, obviously taken care of. I don't want it just left. I don't want you to keep it and come up with excuses to why you can't give it or why you can't do it. That sort of stuff. But again, this is a title that, as far as this video onward goes, I'm planning to, obviously I'm not going to ship it to people. I'm not going to find randoms and fight with it because as far as I know, it's just something I want defended in around the place. Like, there are very few people that I kind of think in my head that I trust to use it. And there's not that many people I talk to anyway. There are friends I have, hell, even a few former friends, if they're watching, you know, I'm sure if we're not on the worst of terms, you can talk to me about it and I can come up with something. But again, that's just the whole idea I have. So yeah, that's just the kind of idea for this title. So I'm going to put that there for now. But yeah, again, I wanted to introduce it. I've been wanting to kind of show it off, and there we go. So starting today onwards, there will be obvious things of inaugural. Obviously, it's again, I don't think it's obviously most would agree it's not fair. I give myself the inaugurability despite what I've mentioned why, but I'm counting it. So it's also something I want to keep track of. So I want to keep an idea of how much people have held it for and all stuff like that. So that's just something I wanted to point out the way. Um, that's kind of all I can think of right now. I've explained what I want for the channel, what I want to do, what I plan to do, and introducing something to the playfield. So that's really all I can think of right now. I don't want to keep the video way too long, but thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have ideas or insight or anything for me, or and any options and comments are appreciated. Be respectful, of course. Um, and yeah, that's really much it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy what I bring to the future. I'm hoping 2024 is going to be a good year for my channel. But thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one.